Welcome back to the July portfolio update. I hope you'll find the information in this video useful, but disclaimer, please note that this is not investing advice. It's just my portfolio as it stands on Tuesday, July 1st, and it can change at any time without previous notification. Following an investment strategy without doing the work yourself is almost guaranteed to result in losses. So please be careful since it's your responsibility to do your own research before investing. In this month's bonus section, we'll talk about how Stoicism can help you invest by avoiding the noise, uncertainty, doubt, and FOMO. But let's not get ahead of ourselves too much and begin as usual with the portfolio activity this month. June was another crazy month with the Romanian government just being made, Israel attacking Iran, the tariffs nonsense continuing, the riots in LA, etc. That being said, I only bought a little bit more Bitcoin since it was a promotion on Kraken where you got a small bonus and also got some free altcoins via the Binance Learn and Earn program that I mentioned last month. I did not sell anything this month and didn't buy any bonds or equities either. I actually placed several orders in the market, but they were not fulfilled at the price that I wanted. In terms of cash flow, dividend season continued strong and I got some significant dividends from my Romanian companies, Aquila, Evergen, Transport Trade Services, and the two larger positions, Nuclear Electrica and Hidroelectrica. Also, Microsoft and Google paid their quarterly dividend this month, so overall I covered a bit the cash hole left last month by paying the taxes and the Cyprus holiday. That being said, the portfolio as of July 1st, 2025 is largely unchanged and looking like this. Pause the video if you want to analyze each investment in detail. The current pyramid allocation portfolio is the following. You can see there are small changes, and overall the portfolio was down minus 0.57% for the month and is more or less flat for the whole year at only plus 0.14% return. But it covered my living expenses for the first half of the year, which is nice. Before going to the next section, if you are interested in the subject, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps bringing this completely free information to more and more people. As mentioned at the beginning, in today's bonus section, we will talk about how Stoicism can help you invest by avoiding the noise, uncertainty, doubt, and fear of missing out. I mentioned many times before, including in my yearly investor letters, that I'm a big fan of the philosophy of Stoicism and how it applies to life and especially to investing. As a surprise for me, my main Cyprus destination, Larnaca, was also the birthplace of the father of Stoicism, Zeno of Citium. He, alongside the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, which was a former slave, are considered the four major Stoic philosophers. I recommend reading all of them if you are interested, but what might also help is to read the Daily Stoic. It's a short one-page parable each day, and I find it helps a lot with keeping the principles fresh in mind. Since investing is, to some degree, psychological, and studies show that if an asset returns X%, actually investors make less than X% return because they usually buy on top or sell too fast or panic and trim the position, etc. Stoicism helps you manage a little bit these emotions. Even though I have been studying it for a long time, I am still not immune. For example, this month a Polish company, Maspex, made an offer for a Romanian wine producer called Purcari, BVB ticker wine, and the share price jumped 40% immediately. Even though before I had no intention of owning the company, mainly because they have vineyards in the Republic of Moldova and I saw it as a risk, when the news was announced, I still felt it I was missing out on it. Stupid FOMO strikes again. Conversely, there are times when a company reports well but the stock falls, and in those times I take a long walk in the park and think about the Stoic principles, which allows me to not be in a rush. Also, when you make a good trade, it helps you to not get too full of yourselves, and there are many other occasions in which Stoicism can help you. I know it sounds pretentious, but Stoicism helps you slowly but surely reach the depth of your ego through investing, since you realize that even if you study hard and believe that things make sense, sometimes the market and the bigger degree life throws a curveball at you and things don't make any sense. Like, it shouldn't be okay for a country to be so in debt, but Japan and the US, and to be honest, most all of them, are in big debt and things still function. Also, a meme stock shouldn't be profitable, but it sometimes is. And you need to accept this as facts of life and work around them. One of the core principles of Stoicism is asking yourself what is the worst that could happen and realizing that it's not that bad, but you can take that chance when it seems good, or as we call it, the asymmetric risk reward opportunity. In the end, I leave you with some of the most useful story codes for investing I found and also share with you a free PDF document around 40 pages with all of the most important sayings I found and which I will update from time to time if or when I found new ones. The link is in the video description. The first quote is from Seneca. It is not the man that has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. The slave Epictetus told us, if you want to improve, be content to look foolish and stupid. And this is a lesson that is very useful in investing since we need to learn constantly. You could live life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Marcus Aurelius, which basically give us an advice to act now. And last but not least, earn $1 million? Try to think of the stupidest person to ever do that. Suddenly, it won't seem so special. Run the fastest mile ever. Remind yourself how briefly even the locals' records stand for. Get a promotion and a raise. Remind yourself that they're paying you more because no one else who can do it wants to do it. Marry someone beautiful. Remember that many other people passed on doing the same thing with the same person. This is a quote from the Daily Stoic. Anyways, that's it for today. If you like the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe and let me know down in the comments how do you deal with uncertainty, doubt, FOMO. See you next month. Valo, which by the way is bye bye in Latin.